There are moments in life when everything feels quiet, when the wind of progress stops blowing, when your prayers echo back in silence and you wonder if God has forgotten your name. But I tell you today, stand still and lift your head, because God's favor is gathering strength in the unseen. It's rising like a mighty wave in the deep, and when it hits, it won't be a trickle. It won't be a gentle rain. It will come like a tsunami that overturns every obstacle, sweeps away every delay, and floods your life with divine breakthrough. God's favor is about to hit, and nothing in this world can stop what he is about to release over you. You see, people often think favor is something soft, something that politely knocks at your door. But the favor of God doesn't knock, it breaks through, it overwhelms, it comes suddenly. It shows up when people have counted you out. It lifts you when circumstances tried to bury you. It changes the atmosphere of your life so completely that those who once pied you will have no choice but to witness your rising. When God's favor hits, it's not quiet, it's commanding. It speaks in the language of miracles. It says, "This one belongs to me." Some of you have been walking through dry seasons, silent years where nothing seems to grow, where effort feels wasted and every door stays locked. But those dry years were not punishment. They were preparation. God was setting the stage for something that would not just bless you, it would redefine you. Every delay, every rejection, every lonely night was God clearing the ground so his wave of favor could come without resistance. You weren't being denied, you were being positioned. When a tsunami builds, it starts far out at sea. You can't see it from the shore. The surface looks calm, even lifeless. But deep below, the ocean floor is shifting and power is gathering. That's exactly what God is doing right now in your life. Behind the scenes, he's aligning hearts, moving resources, orchestrating divine connections. You may not see it yet, but the power is building. The silence is not absence, it's construction. God is forming something so vast, so unstoppable that when it reaches you, it will sweep away every trace of struggle and plant you firmly in victory. The truth is, favor doesn't visit the comfortable. It visits the faithful. It doesn't come to those who chase applause. It comes to those who trust God when no one is watching. You've kept going when others quit. You've prayed when no one thanked you. You've sown seeds when the soil looked dead, and God saw every act of faith, every tear, every moment you stood when you wanted to fall. And now he says, enough waiting. My favor is on the move. There's a divine acceleration happening. What took others years will take you months. What was closed will open suddenly. The favor of God doesn't just bless, it multiplies. It doesn't just restore, it overflows. It is not limited by the rules of man or the systems of this world. It operates by divine law. And when it moves, it rewrites your story in a single sweep. Many of you have been asking, when will it happen? When will things finally turn around? I tell you, the turning has already begun. The tide is shifting beneath your feet. You may not feel the full force yet, but the pull of the ocean has changed direction. God has issued the command, and his favor is coming for you. But here's the truth. When a tsunami comes, it doesn't just bless, it also cleanses. It washes away what can no longer stay. Some people will be carried out of your life, not because God is cruel, but because they cannot go where you are going. When his favor comes, it separates. It draws a line between what was and what will be. So don't mourn what leaves. Thank God for what remains, because what's left after the wave is exactly what God will use to build your new beginning. You see, God's favor doesn't need permission. It doesn't need approval from your critics. It doesn't check your bank balance or your sum. When God decides to favor you, no system, no person, no power can interfere. His favor will lift you from obscurity into opportunity. It will take you from overlooked to chosen, from weary to unstoppable. You may not have the credentials, but you have the covering. And when you have the covering, that's enough. There is a reason the favor of God is compared to a flood, because a flood doesn't ask politely. It invades. It takes over everything in its path. And that's what's about to happen in your life. Every area that has been dry, your finances, your health, your relationships, your purpose is about to be drenched. God's favor is going to saturate every part of your being until you can no longer recognize the person who once struggled just to survive. You will walk in peace that confuses the anxious, abundance that silences the doubtful, and strength that shocks even you. And I want you to understand something. The size of your struggle reveals the size of your coming favor. The deeper the valley, the higher the mountain of blessing ahead. Some of you have faced storms that should have broken you, but they didn't. You've endured disappointments that would have destroyed others, but you're still standing. Why? Because God's hand has been holding you in place, preparing you to withstand the wave when it comes. He doesn't send favor to the fragile. He sends it to the faithful who have been tempered in fire. There's a sound in the spirit, a rising, roaring sound. The sound of chains breaking. The sound of closed doors unlocking. The sound of destiny calling your name. God is saying it's time. You've cried enough. You've worried enough. You've carried burdens that were never yours to bear. Now release them. The moment you let go of fear, you make room for favor. God cannot pour abundance into a heart still clinging to anxiety. Empty yourself of doubt and watch how fast He fills you with blessing. When you look back over your life, you'll see that favor has been chasing you all along. Even in the moments of failure, there was mercy. Even in the times of loss, there was preservation. God didn't let you fall too far because He had plans too big to let you stay down. The enemy thought he buried you, but God was planting you. The seed doesn't fight the soil. It stays buried until the appointed time, and that time has come. You are about to break through the surface. What God is about to do will not be small. It will not be ordinary. It will be visible, undeniable, and unstoppable. When God's favor hits, the rules change. The same door that was locked for years will suddenly swing open. The same people who ignored you will suddenly remember your name. The same situation that drained you will begin to bless you. Because favor doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's supernatural. It's God saying, I've chosen this moment to honor my promise. And understand this favor is not a reward. It's an assignment. God doesn't bless you just to bless you. He blesses you to be a light. When His favor floods your life, it's not so you can sit back in comfort. It's so you can stand up and influence. You're not being lifted just to rise. You're being lifted to lead. His favor will place you in rooms where your voice can shift destiny. It will position you in places where your integrity will inspire change. So when the wave hits, don't just celebrate it, steward it, use it wisely. Because divine favor carries divine responsibility. Some of you will soon see what it means when God redeems lost time. You'll accomplish in 1 year what you couldn't in 10. Doors will open so fast you'll struggle to keep up. Opportunities will multiply before your eyes. You'll wonder, where was all this before? And God will whisper, I was waiting for you to be ready. His timing is never late, it's precise. He was building strength in your patience, wisdom in your waiting, humility in your hunger. And now that the foundation is firm, He can release the flood. Don't be afraid when things start to change rapidly. Sudden favor can feel overwhelming. You'll see people leave. You'll feel old things breaking. You'll sense new things stirring. And that's how you'll know it's real. The wave is not meant to comfort you. It's meant to carry you into the next dimension of your purpose. Let it move you. Let it stretch you. Don't cling to the shore when God is calling you into the deep. The deep is where miracles happen. The deep is where faith becomes sight. The deep is where you stop controlling and start trusting. And that's where the wave of God's favor is taking you. Not into comfort, but into calling. It's bigger than what you planned, higher than what you imagined, and stronger than what you thought you could handle. But God wouldn't send it if you weren't ready. You've been refined by fire, strengthened by pressure, and anchored by faith. You are ready. When God's favor hits, even your enemies will have to acknowledge. They won't understand how you made it, but they'll see that something beyond human power is working in your life. They'll see you walking through storms untouched, rising from ashes with joy, standing in peace while others panic. That's favor. It's not loud, but it's undeniable. It's not boastful, but it's visible. It's the kind of grace that speaks for you when you have no words left. And don't think for a moment that you've been forgotten. God has a perfect memory. He hasn't lost sight of your prayers. He hasn't overlooked your faithfulness. The tears you cried in private were not wasted. They were recorded. And now He's responding in a way that will make sense of every struggle. You're about to see why you had to wait, why certain people had to leave, why certain doors had to close. Every piece is about to fit. Every unanswered question is about to find clarity. Because when His favor comes, it explains everything. The wave of favor that's about to hit you is not just about blessing. It's about restoration. What was taken will be returned. What was broken will be rebuilt. What was delayed will be accelerated. You're not just going to recover, you're going to overflow. God doesn't restore to the same level, he restores beyond. He gives double for the pain, beauty for the ashes, strength for the years that the locusts have eaten. The drought is ending. The rain is coming, and when it comes, it won't sprinkle. It will pour. You've been faithful in the little. You've endured ridicule and misunderstanding. You've kept your heart pure when bitterness tried to take over. And now God says you've passed the test. Prepare for the flood. You're not stepping into a season. You're stepping into a saturation. Everywhere you turn, favor will meet you. The same way a tsunami covers the land, God's presence will cover your life. You won't have to chase blessings. They'll chase you. You won't have to force open doors. They'll open at your approach because the favor of God goes before you, behind you, and surrounds you like a shield. And let me tell you, when that kind of favor arrives, it leaves no room for fear. Fear will try to whisper, what if it doesn't last? But favor isn't seasonal. It's sustained by faith. As long as you stay anchored in trust, the wave won't recede. It will continue to flow. God's favor is not like the world's favor, which depends on performance or popularity. His favor rests on obedience and belief. Keep your heart aligned and the current will carry you. Now, I want you to picture it. Every struggle, every heartbreak, every lonely night, all of it being swallowed up by one unstoppable wave of divine favor. That's what's coming. Not little blessings here and there, but a flood that redefines your entire life. You won't just step into new doors. You'll become the door through which others find hope. You'll become a living testimony that God remembers, that he restores, that he rewards those who wait in faith. So lift your eyes. The horizon is shifting. The wind is changing direction. The waters are rising. You may feel the pull, the pressure, the stretching, but that's the signal. That's how you know the wave is near. Hold your ground. Stand firm in trust. The same God who spoke light into darkness is about to speak abundance into your life. And when he speaks, the floodgates open. Don't try to calculate how it will happen. Favor doesn't follow logic, it follows alignment. When your heart is right, when your spirit is surrendered, when your motives are pure, nothing can stop the overflow. It's not your job to figure it out. It's your job to stay ready. God is not asking for your plan. He's asking for your faith, because faith is what draws favor. Faith is what makes the invisible move into the visible. And when it comes, you'll know. You'll feel it in the atmosphere around you. You'll see it in the way situations start to turn. You'll notice things that used to frustrate you suddenly make sense. You'll walk in peace even before the blessing arrives, because your spirit will recognize the shift before your eyes do. That's the sign that the wave has begun to move. The time for fear is over. The time for doubt is gone. God's favor is not a maybe. It's a certainty written in your destiny. You've come through too much to miss this moment. The wave is already forming. The ground is trembling beneath your feet. The heavens are aligning. And soon everything that was against you will be under you. God is not just about to change your situation. He's about to change your life. What once frustrated you will now fuel you. What once broke you will now bless you. Because the favor that's coming is not gentle. It's a tsunami. Stand ready, stay faithful, and lift your hands in gratitude. Because when that wave hits, it will not only transform your life, it will testify to the world that when God decides to favor a person, no force in heaven or on earth can stop it. When God begins to move, he moves with purpose. Nothing he does is random, and nothing he allows is meaningless. Every delay, every disappointment, every hidden season you've endured was not a mistake. It was divine timing. God was not ignoring you. He was preparing the perfect moment to release his favor with maximum impact. You see, if he had blessed you before now, you might have settled for less than what he had planned. But because you waited, because you trusted when there was no evidence, because you stood firm when everything was shaking, now the wave of his favor will not just visit your life, it will establish his greatness through you. God's favor doesn't come to validate pride, it comes to reveal his glory. The wave that's about to hit your life is not just about promotion. It's about purpose. He is not blessing you so you can boast. He's blessing you so the world can see what obedience produces. He's showing that those who walk with him in silence will one day rise in power. Those who trusted him in darkness will one day shine so bright that even those who doubted will have to acknowledge his hand. And make no mistake, when God's favor arrives, it doesn't knock softly. It comes with power. It speaks with authority. It overturns what man established and rebuilds what was once destroyed. It changes the direction of your life so suddenly that even you will struggle to understand how quickly things shifted. That's how God works. He moves in ways that humble the wise, confound the proud, and elevate the faithful. There are moments in your journey when it seems like everything has been taken. When you look around and see only loss, but that loss was never the end. It was the clearing before construction. God removes before he restores. He prunes before he prospers. He strips away what cannot survive the weight of his next blessing. So if you've lost something dear, take heart. It's a sign that new growth is coming. The same God who allowed the season of loss has already prepared the season of overflow. The same God who tested your faith is now ready to reward it. The waiting was not punishment, it was protection. God was ensuring that when his favor came, nothing could sabotage it. Listen closely. You cannot outrun God's favor. When he decides to bless you, he will find you wherever you are. Even in the wilderness, he will locate you. Even when you think you missed your moment, he will bring it back around. Because his plans are not limited by time. They are eternal. You might think you're behind, but in God's timeline, you're right on schedule. Every setback, every closed door, every no was leading you toward this divine yes. When the wave of favor hits, you'll see that the struggle was not wasted. The pain had purpose. The waiting built endurance. The heartbreak taught you humility, and all of it combined to prepare you for the abundance that's about to come. God's favor doesn't rest on the untested. It rests on the refined. The furnace you endured wasn't sent to destroy you. It was sent to strengthen you. It burned away your dependence on people, your fear of failure, your attachment to outcomes. It purified your faith until it became unshakable. And now that your faith is pure, the blessing can flow without interruption. Some of you are standing in the quiet before the storm of favor. You feel a strange stillness, like something is about to happen, but you can't see it yet. Don't misinterpret that stillness. It's not emptiness. It's alignment. God is positioning everything perfectly. He's setting up conversations you haven't had yet preparing opportunities that haven't been revealed and aligning hearts that will open doors for you. When his wave of favor hits, it won't come through random chance. It will come through divine orchestration. You will know it's from God because it will be too perfect to explain. You'll walk into rooms you never imagined entering. You'll meet people who were meant to help you all along. You'll receive answers that will feel tailor-made for your prayers. And you'll realize that none of it was coincidence. It was all divine design. The wave is not coming to surprise you. It's coming to fulfill what God already promised. But remember this, favor comes with responsibility. It's not a free gift to squander. It's a sacred trust to steward. When God lifts you, lift others. When he blesses you, become a blessing. When he opens a door, hold it open for someone else. That's how you keep the wave flowing. Favor that is shared multiplies. Favor that is hoarded dries up. God's favor is not meant to make you comfortable. It's meant to make you capable. Capable of helping, of healing, of giving, of changing lives. You are not just a recipient of his favor, you are a vessel of it. The world teaches that favor is about luck or connections, but divine favor doesn't follow human logic. It flows to those whose hearts are aligned with God's will. It flows to the ones who pray in secret, who forgive when it's hardest, who stay kind when others turn cold. It flows to those who refuse to let bitterness take root, who keep walking in integrity even when no one is watching. When you live like that, you attract God's attention. You create a spiritual atmosphere that invites the flood. And let me tell you, when God decides to favor you, he doesn't need man's permission. You won't have to explain or justify what he's doing in your life. Some will be confused. Others will be critical, but none will be able to deny it. God's favor speaks louder than any accusation. It silences the voices of doubt and elevates you above the reach of envy. Those who tried to block you will be witnesses to your rising. Not because you fought them, but because God's favor made you untouchable. There is a moment coming when you will look back and say, now I understand. Every sleepless night, every tear, every disappointment, it will all make sense. Because favor is not just about receiving. It's about realizing it opens your eyes to see that even in the dark, God was at work. He was guiding you, pruning you, preparing you for this very moment. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every step brought you closer to this flood of divine grace. So prepare yourself. Prepare your heart, your mind, your surroundings. Clear out the clutter, both physical and emotional. The wave is coming. And it's not coming to a crowded heart. It's coming to a surrendered. Let go of what you can't control. Release what no longer serves your peace. Forgive the people who hurt you. Remove bitterness from your vocabulary. Because God cannot fill a heart that's already full of resentment. He's room to flow. And when it flows, it will not only bless you, it will transform you. You'll think differently, walk differently, speak differently. You'll no longer chase validation because you'll carry divine assurance. You'll no longer fear loss because you'll live in the overflow. You'll no longer shrink back in doubt because you'll walk in authority. That's what favor does. It changes your posture. It makes you realize that your value never depended on who approved you. It was defined by who created you. The wave that's coming is not a gentle tide. It's a divine takeover. It's going to lift you from places you thought were permanent. It's going to shift your environment, your influence, and your opportunities. God is not sending you small ripples. He's sending a flood because what he's about to do through you will not be quiet. It will not be hidden. It will be seen and felt. It will inspire others to believe again, to trust again, to surrender again. That's the purpose of this wave. It's not just to bless you. It's to awaken faith in those watching your life. You may say, I don't deserve this kind of favor. None of us. That's what makes it favor. It's not earned. It's granted. It's not about worthiness. It's about willingness. God isn't looking for perfect people. He's looking for surrendered ones. The moment you release control and say, God, have your way, you give him permission to release his best. And when he releases it, you'll see that he always had more in store than you imagine. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to stand firm in expectation. You've prayed for years. You've sown in tears. You've held on through storms. And now the current is shifting in your favor. The wave has been building silently, and soon it will appear suddenly. That's how God moves, quietly in preparation, loudly in revelation. You won't have to fight for it. It will find you. You won't have to chase it. You will carry you. All you need to do is stay in position, humble, faithful, and ready. He's changing your atmosphere. He's flooding your life with everything you prayed for and everything you didn't even know you needed. His favor is not partial. It's complete. It doesn't fix one area. It renews them all. So be expectant. Speak faith, not fear. Walk with confidence, not hesitation. Live like the favor is already here. Because in the unseen realm, it already is. The wave has started, the current is moving, and soon the flood of God's favor will crash over your life so powerfully that you'll never be the same again. There comes a moment when words fall short and all that remains is the quiet knowing in your spirit that God is near. That moment is now. You've heard the call, felt the stirring deep within, and something inside you is awakening. The certainty that God has not forgotten you. His eyes have been on you through every storm, every silent prayer, every tear that no one saw. He has watched you stand when you wanted to fall. He has seen the strength that only faith could give. And now he is whispering to your soul, be still. The flood is coming. My favor is upon you. This is your turning point. This is where doubt must die and faith must rise. No more questioning your worth. No more replaying your failures. No more clinging to fear. It's time to step into the deep waters of trust where only God can sustain you. Because the wave of his favor cannot reach a heart still anchored in fear. You must release the shore. You must let go of control. Or you must surrender every plan, every anxiety, every weight, and allow his will to carry you into something greater than you can comprehend. God has been preparing you in the silence for this very moment of surrender. All those times you thought nothing was happening. He was working in the unseen, building a foundation inside you that no storm can destroy. Every trial carved humility into your heart. Every delay stretched your patience. Every setback deepened your faith. And now that your heart is ready, God's wave of favor can finally reach you. He's not only coming to bless you, he's coming to transform you. He's calling you to live differently, think differently, and walk with a new awareness that his presence is your greatest power. So take this moment and make a decision within your soul. No more living half awake. No more treating faith as an option. God is not calling you to a life of comfort. He's calling you to a life of conviction. The world may chase noise and applause, but you were made for stillness and strength. You were made to stand apart, to trust when others doubt, to believe when logic says no. That's how you invite his favor. Not through perfection, but through surrender. Not through striving, but through stillness. The time has come to walk with God. Not just in moments of need, but in the rhythm of your everyday life. Let him guide your thoughts, shape your choices, and lead your steps. When you rise in the morning, acknowledge his presence. When you face challenges, remember his promise. When you are uncertain, trust his direction. The wave of favor is not a single moment. It's a lifestyle of faith, a continuous current that flows wherever God's will is honored. You may not see the full picture yet, but faith doesn't need sight. It needs surrender. Faith says, even if I don't understand, I will still trust. Faith says, even if the storm rages, I will still stand. Faith says, even when I feel unworthy, I know God's plan still includes me. That kind of faith opens the gates of favor. That kind of faith shakes the heavens. That kind of faith is what God rewards. So as you stand on the shore of this new season, hear the sound of that coming wave, the rhythm of purpose, the roar of destiny, the voice of God calling you to rise. Don't hesitate. Don't look back. Step into the deep. Step into alignment. Step into the life you were created to live. The waters may be high, but they will not drown you. The currents may be strong, but they will not destroy you. Because the same God who sends the wave is the one who will carry you through it. Lift your eyes, open your heart, and let faith take its rightful place again. God's favor is not just approaching. It's here surrounding you, filling the air around you, ready to lift you higher than you've ever been. Walk into it with courage. Receive it with humility. Live in it with gratitude. Let your life become a living testimony that when a soul trusts God completely, miracles follow naturally. And when you leave this place, carry that truth in your spirit. No matter what happens, no matter who doubts you, no matter how dark it gets, God's favor will find you. His power will sustain you. His wisdom will guide you. And his love will never fail you. Stand firm, stay faithful, and let your heart remain open. Because the God who began your story is still right. With favor, with strength, and with a purpose greater than anything you could ever imagine. Let that truth settle into the deepest part of you. Let it breathe life into every weary corner of your heart. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are chosen, seen, and surrounded by the power of the living God. So rise, believe, and walk in the flood of his favor, because this is your moment, and God's wave has finally come.